entire family will enjoy. Because who doesn't love tacos? And tonight's recipe is fish tacos. So let's get started, guys. You're going to love pulling the little ones around to work with you in the kitchen to prepare this recipe. So it's going to start off with our getting our fish prepared so they can go in our Pro 7 air fryer, which will allow the fish to cook without you having to turn on your oven, and they'll come out just perfectly. So what we have are tilapia. And of course, we're going to need to season the tilapia before we put it into our air fryer. So what I'm going to do is put together the seasonings. We're going to use a little cumin. We're also using some hot, woohoo, if you don't mind a little spice, cayenne pepper, salt, and as you guys know, I always love to use anything such as one of our healthier versions of salt. In this case, I've used Himalayan sea salt. And of course, I've got ground pepper. And we're just basically going to mix this together a little bit because this is going to form our seasoning. So I'm just going to mix it around a little bit here in my 2-cup Fantasia Fresh. Then I'm going to take my tilapia, because we're not going to be using the whole pieces, obviously, in our tacos. We just want to get these seasoned nicely. So I'm going to move it around. And we're going to place each of these pieces into our air fryer. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just put a little bit of olive oil coating on top so they can have that taste of crispiness. Okay, so let me put a little bit of our extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to place it on top. You can mist, or as I'm doing, brush it on just a little bit. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put the second piece of tilapia fish in the air fryer. So I'm going to be using the rest of my seasoning. And this only takes just a couple of minutes. And I don't know about you, but we love eating wonderful tacos with fish or shrimp. I'm a big seafood lover, and I know that all of you know that from having watched a lot of my Fabulous Friday recipes. Okay, so now I've used up all my seasoning. I'm putting in my last piece of tilapia. And this is about a pound of tilapia. It doesn't take but about 2 nice pieces of tilapia to be enough that you'll need for your tacos. Okay, I've brushed on the seasoning. And now what I'm going to do is place the fish in our Pro 7 air fryer. And as you all remember, we have the pre-programmed dials. So I'm looking for fish, and then I'm going to press this and let my fish bake. And while the fish are baking, I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients ready for the tacos. Okay guys, while our fish is finishing cooking in our air fryer, I'm going to put together the toppings that we're going to use to make our fish tacos. So let's start first of all with using our red cabbage. And as you guys know, we have an amazing mandolin. And I'm going to use our mandolin to actually slice the cabbage. So let me bring this over. If you don't have our mandolin, it is one of those wonderful kitchen tools that you can use for a lot of different things, and it just makes your job a whole lot easier. So it has different settings, and we're just going to move our guide to a medium cut. Take this off, and you just simply put your cabbage in the center, press down, get it nice and locked in, and then we're just going to simply slice this cabbage. And it does it really quickly for you. I seem to be making quite a little splash here, but you get the idea. Okay, got quite a few pieces of cabbage, and I'm going to take the larger pieces off, and then we're just going to place this inside our 6-piece 𝗙𝗶𝑆 entertaining set, which I love. I'm taking off some of the bigger pieces of the cabbage because we won't need those. We just want enough of the red cabbage to serve as toppings. And you can see how much just a little portion of the cabbage makes. But this is looking so beautiful. I love also how beautifully tacos look when you put them in your serving pieces. So you can see I've got all of this extra cabbage, which I'm not going to use. I'm just going to move this over into another bowl just in case we need it. But normally you won't need that much cabbage. And by the way, I'm also going to use our vegetable scoop so that we can put the vegetables where they belong. Okay. Now, we're not going to need to use the mandolin for the next item. Instead, we're going to use our wonderful chopper. Again, if you don't have our chopper, you want this as well. I have it on a smaller blade so that we can just simply have cuts of our red onion. So I'm going to slice this into a quarter, and then all I have to do is press. There we go. Put on the next quarter. There you go. And then I can take this out, and I'm going to place this in another section of my entertaining set. What I'm going to do, because I don't have enough to fill the entire section with onions, I'm going to save the other side of that section to put my tomatoes in. And I'm using a larger cutting portion for my tomatoes. So I've got my tomato that I'm going to cut in half, place it in. There you go. Put the next one in. There we go. Pretty simple, guys. Okay. Now let me take this out, and I'm going to add this to the other section of our 6-piece entertaining set. So these are all of our toppings, and I'm going to repeat what I have for toppings. I have red onion, I have tomato, I also have red cabbage, and I have cottage cheese. Let me get this little scoop out right here. Okay, and then we have, in addition to that, cilantro, and I also have delicious, delicious, delicious avocados. Okay, so all of that's prepared. The last thing that we have to do is put together the amazing sauce. And I'm going to be honest with you. What I love about this recipe is the sauce that is used to go on top of these fish tacos, because I think it is the most amazing part of the whole recipe. So let's get started with that. Okay guys, let me share how wonderful the fish taco sauce is going to be. So let's start. First of all, We're going to start off with sour cream. Anything with sour cream is delicious, isn't it? Then we're going to add avocado mayo. Then we're going to add some garlic powder and sriracha sauce. Then we're simply going to mix these together. And I do want to tell you guys, I love the taste of this. It's very simple to make. As you can see, there are only 4 ingredients. However, when these ingredients get together, they taste amazing. It just kicks that fish taco up just a notch. So we've got this all ready. It's looking good. Got it nice and mixed together really nicely. And by the way, one more thing that I do want to add in, because this is the extra little ingredient you need, is 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Don't want to forget the lime juice. Okay, so that's the actual 5th ingredient that we're going to add. Okay, let's mix it all together. I don't really see a reason to pull out a whisk for this, because all you're doing is just mixing these ingredients together to create a nice sauce. Okay, and that's as simple as it gets. Now, I have this all ready, and I'm actually going to put it in the center of my 6-piece entertainment set. So I'm going to take that bowl out, put the taco sauce in the bowl, so we can make it so convenient for anybody who would like to use it. Okay guys, here we go. I want to make this so it looks pretty good for everybody. Okay. Now, all we need to do is wait for our fish to finish, and we're going to be using our taco shells. And to make sure we make it so easy to fill these tacos, we have these amazing taco holders. And I want to share with you that these are no longer available for purchase, but I am going to give these away free when anyone decides to make a purchase within the next 24 hours. And that's by 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, March the 12th, with at least a $50 purchase. I am going to give you 8 of these amazing taco holders free. So hurry up and decide what you want so you can let me give these to you for free. So you just simply put your shells into the holders, and from there we're going to be able to complete our fish tacos. So I'm going to do that really quickly here, guys, while our fish finish cooking in the air fryer. Okay. There we go. And you can notice that we have chosen to use wheat tacos. I love the taste of the wheat tacos, so that's what we're using tonight. So we've got it all ready to go, and just give us a couple of seconds for this air fryer to finish, and then I'm going to come back and show you the completed fish taco, and I know you're going to want to make them right away. Hold on. Guys, we are down to the last few seconds on the air fryer, and then our fish are ready, and so is everything else. So give me just a second. And by the way, while I'm waiting for our air fryer to finish the last seconds, it's beeping now, so that means it's about to end. I just want to remind you that everything that I am using tonight can be found in my Facebook shop. So be sure to check out my Facebook shop to be able to decide what you need to add to your kitchen stock so that you can enjoy these delicious fish tacos. And don't forget, place an order with me by Saturday, that's Saturday, March 12th, no later than 7 p.m. And I am going to give you 8 of these amazing taco holders free. And of course, your order must be at least a minimum of $50. These are definitely worth any purchase that you might make from my Facebook shop. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to take my fish, take a look at how nice and brown they are. They look crispy, and as you know, I did not use but just a little bit of oil. So we're going to take these out. Now these are really, I'm going to have to break them just a little bit because I can tell you they cooked so tenderly. Aha! It's a good thing I'm making fish tacos because you need smaller pieces of fish, and that's exactly what's happening to me because these have cooked so nice and tender. Okay, guys, so now I've got my fish on my plate, and with you making fish tacos, you're not going to be using the whole pieces of fish anyway, so you're going to break these up, and I've already broken up a few pieces, and that's just enough for me to use to share with you how to prepare one taco. Now, I will tell you that when they get a little cooler, they won't break as easily. So let's get started. I'm going to start, first of all, I'm going to put a little bit of red cabbage on the bottom. Of course, everybody can choose to make their tacos however they'd like, but for me, I'm going to start off with a little of the red cabbage on the bottom. So let's see, we're going to add a little red cabbage. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and put my fish inside. So like I said, it's going to be little broken pieces of fish. That's the beauty of the fish taco. Okay, and these are seasoned so nicely with this mixture that I shared with you earlier. So I've got it nice and filled with fish. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of red onion. A little bit of red onion. Then I'm going to add some tomatoes. And boy, when I finish, my taco is stuffed, completely stuffed. But that means that generally speaking, when we have fish tacos, I can usually only eat 2 because I'm always so full. Now, you can also put a piece of avocado on. I'm grabbing a little piece of cilantro on the way. That just knocks it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add some of our cheese. And I'm going to go ahead and use these tongs, but typically you might want to have another spoon for your cheese. The 𝗙𝗶𝘀 cheese, it's really yummy. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to put my favorite part of the taco, which is the taco seasoning. Oh, the sauce rather. It's a taco sauce. I'm telling you, my taco is so full, and you can see that I have added so much to it. Now I'm going to put this on one of our Marbella luncheon plates so you can see what it looks like. It is so full, but it's delicious. Take a look, guys. Woohoo! It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, I would just simply grab that, bite into it, and be in second heaven on this Friday night during Lent. So, if you like this recipe, dig in give it a try because I know that you're going to love it as much as we do at our house. Now, don't forget, run over to my Facebook shop and check out all the products that I use, particularly our Pro 7 air fryer, because that's what did all the work. The rest of it was pretty easy. Now, until I see you next week, have a fabulous week, and I'll see you back again next Friday for Fabulous Friday. Bye, everybody. See you real soon.
Sign me up for the Princess House Express. Write my name on the road call to success. I've been chasing such joy in Princess House. I wanna be a part of this great team. Didn't David with Goliath? Did it take him to his knees? Didn't Daniel beat the lions without a hardly a wheeze? You know, Jonah surely made it from the belly of the well. When Samson brought the house down, everybody heard him yell, sign me up for the Princess House Express. Write my name on the road call to success. I've been chasing the joy. Goliath? Did it take him to his knees? Didn't Daniel beat the lions without a hardly a wheeze? You know Jonah sure